everyone. How y'all doing? So, today we are playing Cupid Parasite. So, this is going to be a super fun game. Let's see here. We wanna keep all of the voices because it's all gonna be in Japanese. We'll let the boys talk. Alright. Yay, we can actually change her full name here. So we'll go with Z. And we will call ourselves... Not that. Z equals love. Yeah. Oh. How do you guys like the Otome-thon for February, huh? Have you guys liked... I know I've only posted like 2 long-form videos and a couple of shorts. But what do you guys think? Alright. Confirm entering name is okay. Yeah, we'll be okay with that. See. Most people are familiar with the idea of Cupid. I think I'm a little loud. Cupid is the god in charge of helping people fall in love. Turn this down some more. Yeesh. Taking a golden bow and arrow, aiming down from the land of the gods to connect people together. There's like no balance. I had balance and then I lost it. But why has Cupid come down to join the world of humankind? Otome presents... Hi, Whitney. In cooperation with the Cupid Corporation. Cupid Parasite. Let's get started! Oh, the office is so cute. October 1st, 11 a.m. Workshop Suite, Cupid Corporation. Aw, you like it? That's nice. I settled my nerves and opened up the door when I was immediately greeted with a blast of mist. Who's spraying shit on us? What the heck was that? Rude. I thought you could use a little moisturizing. Everyone should keep a bottle of hydrating mist on them at all times. Hydrating mist? What on earth are you talking about? What are you doing here? Oh. Hey, you're Alan Melville, right? You stole my girlfriend. Yeah? I hate that word. Stole, it was more like sharing. Yeesh. Stealing? Borrowing? This is new. We usually have different backstories. That tree kind of reminds me of Yggdrasil. I feel like there's something wrong. Let me put you guys on a quick break. And I'm going to double check everything. Okay. Everything seems to be working. I just don't know why it looks like we're in the middle of it and not like at the beginning.
Oi.
Z, you may begin whenever you're ready. I haven't played this, so I'm not 100% sure on where it's supposed to start. Of course, so everyone, thank you all for fitting us into your busy schedule to meet with us today. I am SzePlays, and as of today, I am your professional bridal advisor. My name is... You know, I'll just let them speak. A representative. But you're already Mr. Snell's secretary, aren't you? A representative for dating? Right. Well, I'm so glad we've got such a beautiful day to start everyone off on this new path, and, there's the... I love how it's like the thieving parasite, the prestigious parasite, we're the Cupid Parasite. So prior to officially entering you into our referral system, we'd like to create... Hi, gamer boy. We need to give you a sort of nickname. That's right. That's right. It doesn't really matter what it is, we just need to have one. Well, Clarice, it does matter a little bit. We want to give them off to a good start so we don't hurt their chances of success. I think I'm hurting their chances. Keep stuttering and stalling, it'll be dark before we finish. If you're not willing to say it, I will.
あなたたち、うちではパラサイト5って呼ばれてんの。結婚なんて夢のまた夢。まずはそのねじれ切った恋愛観を直す必要があるわ。
I love her. We've been referring to you as the Parasite 5. Parasite 5. The fact is, if you don't all fix your distorted views on love, then you're all hopeless. Oh, she's very straight. I love it. Clarice, shh, that's way too direct. No, that's perfect. I'm gonna cut this song. I usually like listening to it, but I keep getting copyrights. It's like, we're not gonna charge you, but if you try and become monetized, and I'd like to be monetized at some point. So we'll just, hopefully that wasn't enough. Cupid is the god in charge of helping people fall in love. And in Lost York, one company has taken up the mantle of that namesake. Aw, there's Cupid everything. Like that's called Lost York. The Cupid Corporation. Sounds like a marriage it's a marriage consulting company at the forefront of Lost York's hottest trends. And that's where I work. I guess you might call me a modern-day Cupid. September 25th, 4 p.m. My desk. Ooh. Alright, that's the third successful marriage I've put together this month. Oh, look how productive we are. Whenever I get an email telling me about another marital success, I always strike a little mental victory pose. If I could move my arms, I would strike a real one. But I don't have that software. My work involves bringing people together to help them fall in love. Well, more specifically, to help them get married. My biggest duty is as a bridal advisor. Normally, people think of bridal advisors as people who help a wedding go smoothly. But at Cupid Corp, we act as a marriage matchmakers. The Cupid Corporation, or Cupid Corp for short, has a company slogan, "From your first encounter to your final vows." Aww. The company handles the matchmaking process as well as the wedding ceremony itself. Everyone here who deals with marriage has little bridal advisor. In the end, the choice to tie the knot is in the hands of humans themselves. I won't let Dad tell me what to do. Oh, who's our dad? We got daddy issues? I joined Cupid Corp a little over a year ago, and I've been working hard at my job every single day since. And because of that, my results last year were at the very top of the matchmaking charts. I ranked first among all advisors this whole year. Which means now all my business cards say Top Bridal Advisor. She's so happy about that. But I'm not done yet. That won't be enough to convince Dad, so I need to get promoted even higher. Oh, fighting for our father's love. Huh? An email? I wonder who it's from. What? The president? Ooh, it says be in my office at 5. Are we getting fired? That's always my first thought. Am I getting fired? Is everything alright? I said that out loud without even realizing it. Clarice, my roommate, best friend, and closest colleague, spoke up. You look like you've seen a ghost. What happened? Huh? No, it's nothing. I waved my hand as if I could brush away the concern, but Mr. Snail has never asked to see me like this before. And at 5 a.m.? Does that mean he doesn't want anyone else to know about it? What on earth could this be about? I tried to think of anything that might have happened recently to put me on his radar, but nothing came to mind. Well, except for I do have one pretty massive secret that I could never share with anyone. Not that they'd ever believe me if I did. Uh-oh, what's her secret? But how could anyone possibly find out about that? This is so confusing. I've only spoken to the president twice. Once during my entrance ceremony, once during last year's award ceremony. Maybe he just wrote AM by mistake. If so, and he actually wants to see me during business hours, it's probably not about that. Maybe I should confirm the time, just to be safe. Understood regarding the meeting tomorrow. Did you write 5 a.m. by mistake, or should I be here at 5 in the morning? I know how busy you must be, so I do apologize, but if possible, could you please confirm the time? Maybe he really did mean 5 a.m. Writing an email to the president is so nerve-wracking. Oh well, send! I guess I'll touch up some of these profiles while I'm waiting for a response. The response came immediately. It was not a mistake. I'll see you then. No. It wasn't a mistake. Jeez, this is starting to sound really ominous. You okay? At 5 in the morning and in his office, no less? I just really hope it's not about my secret. Does she know about our secret? And so early the next morning, I got up and got ready for work, making sure not to wake Clarice up in the process. I spent all night thinking about what the meeting might be about. I hardly got any sleep at all. I woke up late, so I didn't have time to put on my makeup properly. I'll just have to touch it up before the office opens. I couldn't stop thinking about it all day yesterday, but I still have no idea what he might want to talk to me about. Hope he's not planning to fire me out of nowhere or something. Well, with the layoffs, it could happen. I'm so nervous! Move through the still slumbering city and soon arrive at the building's main doors. Of course, reception wasn't open yet, so I went around back to the employee entrance. It almost felt like I was sneaking in. And now I'm headed to the top floor to meet with Mr. Snail. It's such an unfortunate name. Ah, there you are. When I entered the office, Shelby Snail, president of the Cupid Corporation, is waiting for me. Not only is he the president, he's also the company's young and charismatic founder.
早く来てもらってすまないな。
No, it's no problem at all. What a straightforward answer. So what did you want to talk to me about?
そうだな。一つ先に確認したいのだが。
So before that, there's something I'd like to ask you.
お前は常々周りに出世をしたいと言っているそうだな。
Ooh, we've become highly motivated in regards to earning a promotion. Uh-oh. He jumped a bit at the questioning tone of his voice. I'd mentioned my plans a few times, but I never imagined I'd reach the president himself.
別にそれが悪いというつもりはない。向上心
Hey,
が
well,
あ
at
る
least
の
he's
は
on
いい。
board. You have the desire to improve.
だが1年目から言う
Just
人
seems a
間
bit
は珍しい。
odd for someone who's only been here a year to be voicing such
理由
desires.
があるのか。
Any particular reason for this? What's wrong with trying to be the best? Okay, I want to be the very best. No one ever was. Words to take to heart. Defined a whole generation of people. We didn't follow it, but it defined us. Well, it's just because the last thing I want to tell him is the truth. There's no way he'd believe me anyway. After considering it for a moment, I decided to give a more generic answer. I just thought that if I could get promoted, I'd be able to help even more people get married.
手伝いを。
Oh, he's on to us. That's right, the steady drop in marriage rates has bothered me for a long time now. I've just always been worried about how fewer and fewer people are getting married. That's my genuine feelings. When I first heard there was a company in Los York trying to help people with that, I immediately wanted to become a part of that. And after being here a year, that feeling hasn't changed. If getting promoted means I can help match even more people together, that's what I want to do.
そうか。なかなか首相
Still
の
says he's
心
the
がけだな。
prestige
さすが
parasite.
は1年でトップブライダルアドバイザーに上り詰めただけはある。
God, I love the voices. I need to go and look up who does all of the voices.
しか
Because I
し
know a lot of them are
結婚率
probably
の
are
低下を
also
憂い
in
ている。
other things. And we can
ま
see
さ
who
しく
matches in some of
恋
the
の
other
キューピ
games.
ッドだな。
Or animes. So you're saddened by our declining marriage rates. You're like your own personal Cupid, so to speak. Ooh. What's with that smile? Did I say something strange? No, not at all. Anyway, was there anything else?
なあ、すまない。話がそれた。
Ah, apologies.
では、
That was just a
本題に入
minor
るとしよう。
digression, yes. Let's get down to business.
実は、
Actually, I
お
was
前を
thinking of
昇
giving
格
you a
させようと
promotion.
考えていてな。
Oh, really? Interesting. He's gonna give us a promotion? Nice. I need to clean up my desk. Hold on, move this out of the way. There we go. Now my camera has better angles to focus. Wait, what? A promotion? Where'd the music go?
ああ。だが、一つだけ条件が
Only on one condition. Here, take a look at
これを
these.
見てもらえるか。
Ooh. Do you guys want me to keep reading everything, or do you want the boys to speak? I can try and shut up and let the boys speak. Mr. Snail handed me 5 pieces of paper. They were standard profile sheets from our company used for the matchmaking process.
この5人を結婚させろ。そうすれば昇格させてやる。
Okay.
お前は我が社の恋のキューピッド、トップブライダルアドバイザーだ。できるだろ？
I was like, I only see 4, but like there's a light blue one right behind the purple. You can only see the bottom of it. Promotion? Cupid? Those words brought back a lot of strong memories. That's my secret for why I've been working as a so-called Cupid, bringing people together in marriage. Because we're Cupid. Because I really, truly am Cupid. Nailed it! I bought this game forever ago. And hardly really touched it because I think around the same time there was a lot of Pokemon and RPGs coming out that I was like, I have to get into this. Eight years ago, before I assumed the name SzePlays and became a bridal advisor. What? What the heck did you break? Why the heck did you break up? I was gazing into the celestial spring, looking down into the world of man. A couple that I'd brought together just the day before had already broken up. But those two were completely compatible. I heaved a sigh and peeked down and back into the spring. The spring allows me to observe the human realm. I take aim with my bow and arrow, which lets me see how well two people might fit together. When I describe myself as Cupid, it's not an alias. I truly am the goddess Cupid. My name appears again and again in stories and legends within the human realm, as a god that presides over love, and yet... whenever I connect two people these days, it seems like they just break up right away. That's the third couple this month. I drew back my bow once more and aimed down into the human realm, where I could see a shining, shimmering rainbow of colors. Some people glowed light pink, others a vibrant orange. These colors were revealed to me when I aimed my Cupid's bow and told me the potential compatibility between people. I can read. Gazing at the colors, I would lose my arrows into my two chosen targets to make them fall in love. That was my divine duty, and I did it for ages. Hey, Bane! Welcome in! We're playing Cupid Parasite. It's another dating sim. It's we get to go and fix people and help them find love. Why has it gotten to be so hard?
Cupid, ため息などついてどうした?
Who's talking to us? Huh? When I turned around, Lord Jupiter was standing there before me. No reason.
そうか.
Yeah, it just says Parasite for everybody else. Without another word, he just turned around and walked away. Jeez, that scared me. Lord Jupiter, the omnipotent god of all gods. He stands atop the die contestants, the 12 Olympian gods that preside over all the others. In other words, he's the most important god there is. The lower gods rarely ever get a chance to even speak to any of the die contestants. I'm a lower god myself, but I'm lucky enough to have a connection with 3 of those 12 gods, but I still have never spoken with Jupiter before. He's definitely intimidating, that's for sure. He's never said much and rarely shows his emotions. He's just got a scary vibe, like he might hit you with a lightning bolt if you look at him funny. Anyway, I guess I should get back to work. I grabbed my bow and arrow and peeked into the spring one more time. I was hoping to find a couple that might last a bit longer this time.
Cupid! よかった、ここにいましたか.
A divine soldier, huh? Just as I was getting ready to draw back my bow, a divine soldier called out to me. Divine soldiers are the military personnel who protect Celestia. The die contestants love making totally unreasonable demands of them.
マーズ様がお探しですよ.
Oh, Mars is looking for us. My dad?
お約束があったんでしょ? 待ちくたびれて怒っていられますよ.
Oh, right. That would make Lord Jupiter her grandfather. I'd hurried off to find Dad, and when I did, he was just as angry as I expected.
Cupid,
ト、お前は相変わらず神としての自覚が薄いようだな。
He moves slowly across the room towards me, glaring at me all the way. Lord Mars, my father, is the god of war. Apparently, he's also known to some as Ares. I only heard about that secondhand, though, since he was a god long before I ever came into being. There are so many stories about him that even I, his own daughter, can't keep track of them all. Although, to be honest, I'm not actually his daughter. For as long as I can remember, Dad has looked after me. I guess you could think of him as my foster dad.
キューピッド、話を聞いているのか？
No. Of course, you know I hear and remember every single word you say to me. Lies.
はあ、まったく。お前がそんなんだから結婚率が落ちているんだろう。もっと真面目にやらんか。
I take my job very seriously. Why am I the one getting yelled at? Lady Juno is the goddess in charge of marriage. My job is just to make people fall in love. It's not up to me whether they get married or not. I puffed out my cheeks in silent protest, but then I saw Dad narrow his eyes. Uh-oh, that's not good. I know my dad well enough to recognize that look. He was getting ready to hit me with another punishing lecture. At least it's a lecture. I knew I'd messed up, but it was already too late. His booming voice echoed out, shaking the very ground beneath my feet.
バカモン！まずお前が恋結びをしなくては結婚に行き着かないではないか。それにジュノーは十二神の一人だ。そんなに端々に目を配っていられるわけがないだろう。それをお前は他者のせいにして何のためにキューピッドがいると思ってるんだ。
No.
人に恋の素晴らしさを知らせるのがお前の役目だろう。そんなお前がそこをサボってばかりだから人の世は乱れ、結婚率は下がり、少子化が進んでいるのだ。
Oh no. That's a pretty big leap of logic. It's not Cupid's job to fix marriage rates, let alone get more people to have kids. Besides, each golden arrow only lasts for 30 days. I can't make them stay in love forever. So demanding perfection from Cupid is honestly pretty unreasonable. But if I were to say that now, he'd just go on lecturing me for twice as long. I've been working really hard to do my job right and help people fall in love. Just now, I was observing the human realm, looking for couples that might really last. I haven't been slacking off, it's just that more and more people are deciding to separate, even after getting married. So why the heck is he blaming this all on me? I couldn't stop myself from letting out a frustrated sigh, so of course he started yelling at me even louder for that. In the end, his lecture lasted 2 full hours. Yeesh. Oh, it's only hours, that's fine. I'm so tired. After I was finally able to escape, I decided to go for a walk. I wasn't feeling great. He told me to stop complaining and get back to connecting people together, but I just wasn't in the mood. But I didn't feel like going back to my room either, so I just started wandering around aimlessly. At times like this, Celestia can be kind of annoying. There really isn't much else to do besides walk around. Eventually, I saw my aunt coming towards me. She's one of the 3 Dai contestants I regularly see, Lady Minerva, goddess of war and the arts. I call her my aunt, but just like with Dad, we're not actually related by blood.
あら、キューちゃんじゃない。そんなむくれた顔してどうしたの？可愛い顔が台無しよ。
Dear goddess of war and arts. Is that Athena? She's wearing that weird hat again. What's it called again? A cowboy's hat or something? Aunt Minerva had always been obsessed with hats from the human realm and loved teaching me the different hat names.
あ、わかったわ。またマーズに怒られたんじゃない？
Yeah, he's mad at me because humans aren't getting married as much anymore.
結婚はジュノーの役目なのに？
Yeah, I thought I was taking care of the matchmaking side, but things pretty well, but I thought of Dad's lecture again and couldn't stop myself from frowning even harder.
大変ね、キューちゃん。あんな戦バカがパパで。 どうせお説教ついでにトロイア戦争での苦労話とか聞かされたんじゃない？
I could only nod silently. She was right, naturally. Dad just loved bringing up those old war stories of his. I'm one of the younger gods, but Dad has been around for thousands of years now. In other words, he's kind of an old fogey. But since he had so much knowledge and experience, he can basically talk forever. Aunt Minerva can see how sick and tired of everything I was and let out a friendly giggle.
ねえ、よかったら私の部屋に来ない？ちょっとおしゃべりしましょうよ。
Aw. You don't mind, Aunt? I mean, Lady Minerva? For some reason, she gets really annoyed if I don't refer to her as Lady Minerva. But why would she invite me to her room all of a sudden? I've never stepped foot in there before. Actually, I don't believe I've ever been in any of the other gods' rooms. I always just go back and forth from my room to the spring without ever really interacting with the other gods.
神様だってたまには誰かと話して気分転換しないと。
Aw.
そもそもキューちゃんたら仕事漬けでしょ？仕事以外のことを何も知らないままで他人の恋を応援なんてできないと思わない？
She's got a point. All I do all day is shoot my arrows or sit in my room. I don't really know what love is. I don't even know how to have fun. Aww. Seems pretty strange trying to connect people together when I don't know anything about anything besides my bow and arrow.
あなたに見せてあげたいものがあるのよ。元気が出そうなレディー・ミネルヴァの秘密をね。
Dad told me not to spend too much time with Aunt Minerva, but Dad also said I need to take my job seriously, and if Aunt Minerva thinks I need something more to do my job... And anyway, it's Dad's fault. I'm so worn out. Why should I just do what he says? Aww. I looked around to make sure nobody else was watching. Then I gave my aunt a tiny nod. Can I open my eyes now? Oh, she made us walk blindfolded? Not just yet. Now?
はい、目開けていいわよ。レディー・ミネルヴァの秘密の小部屋へようこそ。
Ooh, she does have a lot of hats. Whoa. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The room was overflowing with objects from the human realm. Her hat collection was the first thing I noticed, but what interested me most were the complex machines I've never seen. This is incredible! So many strange machines I've only glimpsed through the spring. How did you ever use these things?
どう？びっくりした？
Yes, Lady Minerva, very. Where did you get all of these things?
もちろん人間界にこっそり降りて買ってきたのよ。
Oh, she's been down to our world. Nice.
でもこのことは誰にも内緒よ。ジュピターったら人間に干渉するなってうるさいんだもの。
But don't you need his permission to go down to the human realm in the first place?
ここだけの秘密なんだけどね。実は私、降臨用の扉も自分で作っちゃったの。私専用の。
Ooh. What? I didn't even know something like that was possible. We might not be able to, though.
学問の神に不可能はないわ。あ、でもこれこそ誰にも秘密よ。バレたら八つ咲きどころじゃないもの。
Okay, I understand.
この部屋も誰にも見つからないように作った私だけの隠し小部屋なの。だからキューちゃんが初のお客さんってわけ。
Aw. But why did you decide to show me this?
キューちゃんの元気がなかったから。というのは建前で、あなたなら私の趣味分かってくれるんじゃないかと思ったのよ。ほら、私ってば変わり者だって深海でよく言われているじゃない。この趣味も分かってくれる子全然いなくって。
I know what she means. Dad has told me more than once how strange she is, and to stay away from her.
でも人間の文化って本当に面白いのよ。ずっと変わらない時を生きてる神と違って人間はどんどん変化していくの。人間が変わっていくなら私たち神も変わっていくべき。 なんて思わない？
Maybe. I guess I see your point. It used to be that nobody ever talked about low birth rates or getting married later in life. Humans used to have to struggle just to survive, so they all did basically the same things to preserve their precious lives. In which case, maybe the rules of matchmaking aren't the same as they used to be. Maybe compatibility alone isn't enough.
というわけで、Q ちゃん、一緒に DVD 見ましょうよ。
Ooh, a DVD? A DVD?
人間たちが作った機械の一つで、これだけで映画が見られちゃうのよ。
DVD movies. I can't say I've ever really heard these words spoken in Celestia before.
ほら、これとか最新作なんだけど、素敵な人間同士の恋が描かれているの。これを見たら、キューピッドの恋結びのヒントになるとは思わない？なんて、まずは見てみないとわからないわよね。Q ちゃんは映画が何なのかすら知らないんだもの。
Well, she's not wrong.
大丈夫、怖いものじゃないわ。さあ、そこ座って。レディー・ミネルヴァ。
Ooh, we're gonna watch the movie. And that's how my relationship with Aunt Minerva started. Everything in her room that was from the world of man was unfamiliar to me. I was interested in all of it. Books, comics, DVDs, all created by humans and not the gods. From the moment I laid eyes on them, I was enthralled. I started visiting her more and more from that day forward. Humans are so amazing. Dad says it's our job to guide the humans, but there are so many things they can do that we can't. But, if that's really true, then what are us gods good for? Uh-oh, having doubts.
素敵な映画だったわね。さすがデミアンヌ監督の新作だわ。
It was just another day of me watching movies with Aunt Minerva in her room. That cushion had become my go-to comfort spot.
どう？ Q ちゃんもこれ気に入った？
I like how she calls this Cupid. Yeah, it was great. But what's this social media thing they kept talking about? First time I'd heard of it, movie was a romantic comedy where lovers had all kinds of misunderstandings thanks to social media. I had no idea what that meant, so unfortunately I only understood parts of the movie.
あら、Q ちゃん SNS 知らないの？ってスマホを持ってなきゃ当然よね。ジュピターもマーズも電子機器絶対反対派だし。ちょっと待ってね。
Aunt Minerva started digging through piles of stuff and finally pulled out something that looked a little like a small stone tablet.
じゃじゃーん。これがスマホ。で、SNS はこうやってやるのよ。
Ooh. She started pressing buttons on the tablet and sliding her fingers across the screen to show me lots of different images. There were all kinds of text, too. Oh, this is just like what we saw in the movie.
しかもこれのすごいところはね、世界中の人間と通信がつながっているところよ。ほら、ここを見て。この人はアフリカから書き込みしてるって位置情報に書かれているでしょ。それが。
Ooh. Hold on, Lady Minerva. What do you mean you can connect with people all over the world? She could tell I still didn't really understand, so she explained it in more detail. This tablet is called a cell phone, right? It uses a thing called the internet to let people from all over communicate together. Apparently, Aunt Minerva was able to use her divine powers to connect to this internet, even within Celestia. Ooh, that'd be nice. I wish I could connect my Switch to everything. It always feels like it drops the connection at the second I go from door to door. So social media is a tool that lets people communicate with strangers all around the world. Something like that actually exists? And on top of that, humans invented it?
そうよ。しかも興味あるワードをここに入れると、それについて話している人が見つかるの。
Ooh.
例えば、
Let's
ハ
see
ッ
if I
シ
can
ュタ
find
グ
Fox
エリアン
Guardians.
ヌ監督でこうやって検索すれば、ほら、そのワードでつぶやいている人が出てくるわ。
Huh. There are so many. People really took the time to write all of this.
そうよ。この世界中のどこかにいる誰かの言葉。会ったことない人と意見交換ができる。それが SNS の素晴らしいところよ。
I never would have imagined something like this could really exist. So no matter where you are in the human realm or even Celestia, everyone can communicate with each other?
ほら、キューちゃんもせっかくなら何か調べてみなさいよ。気になる言葉とかあるでしょ？
Absolutely. Well, I thought about it for a second, then punched in hashtag Cupid. Whoa, look how many. It turned out that there were more people talking about Cupid than I ever would have guessed. I just got married and it's all thanks to Cupid. Cupid is the best. There was a non-stop flow of comments in front of me. Wow, this is really flattering. I have been working pretty hard after all. I guess I'd become a better god than I realized.
あら、ちょっと待ってキューちゃん。みんな何かの URL と一緒につぶやいているわ。
What? Website? Aunt Minerva tapped on the screen a few times, and eventually it switched over to a picture of a wedding ceremony. Huh. What's this? The Cupid Corporation?
あらあら。これは人と人の縁結びをして結婚を手助けする会社みたいね。
But that's my job. Huh, wait, then...
ええ。人間たちがキューちゃんの真似をしているみたい。
What? And they're doing it better? What? And that's how I found out about the Cupid Corporation. HQH, hashtag Cupid Happenstance. That's the name I came up with for this fateful coincidence. This one single event was a huge milestone that changed my entire reason for existing. Aww. Let's go, Lost York. Once again, I found myself sighing wistfully while firing off a few arrows. The HQH incident that took place after I searched the term hashtag Cupid just kept coming back to haunt me. I just got married and it's all thanks to Cupid. Cupid is the best. It had nothing to do with me. It was all about that Cupid Corporation. I found out that they were running an 8th anniversary promotion, and part of that was doing a hashtag campaign. Which must be why so many posts showed up when I did my research. On top of that... Uh-oh.
確かにキューピッドの矢がなくても人間なら縁結びの相性を考えるぐらいできるでしょうね。
Oh, that's mean.
なんたって人間たちは自分で恋愛心理学というものを生み出して恋心の研究をしているんだから。
Rude. She didn't mean to, but her comments added insult to injury. I didn't think anyone could comprehend the compatibility between people without my bow and arrow. But humans use their innate intelligence to understand compatibility, and they used it to support each other and aid them in dating. Meanwhile, all I was doing was wasting time blaming Lady Juno for the drop in marriage rates. Aww. Aunt Minerva also said something else.
彼らはすごいわ。何でも自分の手でやってのけちゃう。だから今の時代に神頼みする人間なんてほとんどいないのよ。
As usual, I gazed into the spring and take aim with my bow. I see people crossing through an intersection, people waiting in line. Pink, blue, yellow, green. But do these colors actually reveal compatibility? If they truly were a match, they wouldn't break up in the first place, right? Then, have I always been wrong? I assumed I was observing true compatibility, but maybe that's never really been the case. Cupid's bow is a divine artifact, so it's not really my place to question its effectiveness, but if it really did work, marriage rates wouldn't be going down, would they? So maybe Cupid's bow really has been wrong this whole time. Meanwhile, #Cupid keeps on trending on social media, so that Cupid Corporation matchmaking process is working just fine. The bridal advisors might even be doing a better job of playing Cupid than I ever have. Aww, we're having an identity crisis. The more I thought about it, the more time I spent in Aunt Minerva's room trying to learn everything I could about human culture. I like the music. Oh, she's got a Roomba. Humans also developed something called a dating app. Based on their romantic psychology, it led to doubts in my own work. Maybe humans really didn't need the gods. They'd started using their brains more, with ideas the gods had never even considered. Before long, I'd forgotten all about firing off my arrows and was spending all my time researching the ways of humankind. That's probably not going to go well. I'd all but abandoned my role as Cupid, which had not gone unnoticed. One day, Dad told me to come and see him.
Cupid. 相変わらず神としての自覚が薄いようだな。
No. Dad slowly paced around the room, glaring at me all the while. He's kind of hot. He wore the same expression he always had when he was lecturing me.
聞いたぞ。お前は最近キューピッドの矢を使っていないようだな。しかも仕事をサボったばかりでなく、あろうことかミネルヴァの部屋に入り浸っていたらしいな。ミネルヴァにはあまり近づくなと言っただろう。だんまりか。まったく嘆かわしい。神が導いてやらねば人類はどうなる？
I didn't know we had rats up here.
お前にはキューピッドとしての使命がある。何度も言っているが、それを放棄などするから結婚率が下がっているのだ。
They weren't getting married before I abandoned everything, so hush. Are you sure about that?
どういうことだ？
Humans are doing fine on their own. They're handling all their matchmaking needs by themselves. Listen, Dad, I've been thinking. Maybe the marriage rates are lower exactly because I've been using my arrows to force them together. Maybe my way of doing things is wrong, and they're understanding better. Maybe.
何を言い出すかと思ったら、なんてくだらない。
Huh?
人間が神より優れているだと？そんなことあるわけないだろう。
I didn't say they were superior. I said they
人間
found their
が
own
ここまで
way.
進化できたのは我ら神のおかげだ。それを奴らの方が正しいなどとくだらんことを言うな。
Yes.
人間が考えることなんてな、我々神の領域には全く及ばん。そんなこともわからんのか、お前は。
What? That's awful. It's pure arrogance. How can you be so cruel? Humans have been working so hard for so long to do things on their own.
自分たちの力？馬鹿げたことを言うな。あれもすべて人間の文化が発達したのも
Yeah.
すべ
Human
ては我らがいた
culture
から
would
だ。
have never developed without our help. You can't ignore such a fundamental fact. Da.
まったく。だからミネルヴァに近づくなと言ったのだ。
Gods above. We are the
お前
gods
は
above.
若
Who's
くて
above
未
us?
熟だ。あの変人に近づけば余計な価値観を植え付けられると懸念していたのだが、 やはり
You're so stubborn!
の
Human wisdom only comes from the gods? Then why doesn't Celestia even have any DVDs?
DVD? なんだそれは
See? You don't even know that much. It's a device invented by humans all by themselves without any help from the gods. Humans are not foolish. They have the power to create something from nothing, and it's not right for you to deny that fact.
だが人間は愚かだどれだけ争いの歴史を繰り返したと思う神が導かなければとっくに滅亡しているお前がそんなだから結婚率も低下しているんだ分かったらちゃんとキューピッドとしての仕事を全うしろ
I have been, but people still aren't getting married, which means our way of doing things must be wrong.
違うお前がサボっているからだ
I have not. At least until the HQH incident happened, I was doing my job as hard as I could.
ね HQH?
The hashtag Cupid happenstance. I was working so hard right up until the day I learned humans have been doing their own matchmaking. Did you know, Dad? They have something called romantic psychology. Humans are using their brains to do things we thought only we could. And they're succeeding at it too. They don't need our help to fall in love. I think it's time to let them live their lives as they see fit.
バカなそんなことでお前はキューピッドとしての役目を放棄するというのか
Why not? Humans would be better off if we just left them alone. Dad, the era of gods, telling humans how to live life is over.
キューピッドなんて愚かな人の気持ちは簡単に移ろいゆく任せるなど破滅しか生まん
Why can't you just trust them? I feel like
あやつ
Ariel.
らの
But Daddy, I love them!
愚かで醜い争い好きの生物だ神が導かなくお前は黙って矢を射って恋結びをすればよい余計なことを考えるんじゃない
Neck's getting stiff. What? So he just wants me to shut up and go back to thoughtlessly flinging off my arrows, talking about absurd nonsense, or absurd notions. If I could prove that the power of humankind is superior to the power of the gods, that would satisfy you, right?
何よバカバカしいそんなことができるとでも思うのか
Yes. Yes, I do. And to prove it, I'm going to go down to the human realm, become a common mortal, and do the matchmaking by hand.
なんだって
I'll help people get married without using my arrows. If I can do that, then would you admit I was right? I said all of that without even thinking about it, and as I finished, I let out a sharp gasp. I should have done this from the beginning. It's better than sitting around here mulling things over again and again.
何を言い出すかと思えばキューピッドの矢を使わず恋結びをするだって無謀
Well, I won't know unless I try.
やるだけ無駄だ分かったらさっさと仕事に戻れ
Uh-huh. No. He could yell at me all he wanted. This time, I had no intention of bending to his will. Just the idea of admitting he was right made me sick to my stomach. I was more sure than ever that humankind was truly wonderful. And since Dad was being so stubborn as ever, I decided I'd prove it to him. Prove that humans didn't need the gods anymore. So, I'm serious about this. I'll help more people fall in love than I ever could from up here. All you care about is the people I bring together get married, right? Not just love, but lasting connections. I'll prove to you I can do it.
ほう今よりも多くだが今まで恋結びした人数をお前は数えているのか所詮お前はその
Obviously
程
not that
度
much
だ
because the marriage rates
い
are
い
going
からお
down.
となしく
Fine, if I can become the most famous bridal advisor in the human world, then will you admit I'm right?
ブライダルアドバ
It's the human version of Cupid. There are these amazing companies down there called marriage agencies that help people fall in love. I'll join the top agency in the world and become the best employee. That would make me the greatest Cupid in the human world. If I seal away my divine powers, then earn my way to the very top, will you admit that I'm right about this?
そんなことができれば確かに認めてやろう。できるとは思わないがな。
Whether I can or can't isn't important. I have to try. I'll become so famous, they'll have me doing interviews for every magazine and TV. And when that happens, Dad, you lose. I'll become the most amazing bridal advisor ever and show you how right I was. As I turned to leave, I could feel my dad starting to panic.
おい、まさか本気で。
Yes, I'm serious. I hate you, Dad! Can you tell I was a teenage girl at one point? After snapping at him one last time, I ran out of the room. I love my dad. We've had our parts, but I love my dad.
おい、いたか。
Have you found her yet?
いや、こっちに
No,
は
and you're not going to. I'm a master at hiding. Now I'm on the run, and I've got divine soldiers chasing after me.
たく、キューピッド様は何をやらかしたらあんなにマーズ様を怒らせるんだ。ほら行くぞ。早く見つけないと俺たちがマーズ様に怒られる。
Jeez, did he seriously have to send them all after me? He said I could go and try, but he still refuses to actually let me do it. Knowing him, if they catch me, I'll end up locked in my room for a long time, to say the least. Dad's methods are just too old-fashioned. He'll have me on a house arrest without letting me get a word in edgewise. In which case, I like the music. Lady Minerva, I need help. I need her to help me hide. I snuck past the divine soldiers and ran off toward Aunt Minerva's room.
あら、キューちゃんじゃない。聞いたわよ。マーズに喧嘩売ったんだって。
Yes, I did. I need help. He's just terrible. He said all these awful things about humankind. So I told him I would prove to him just how amazing humans can be. I looked around her room with fresh eyes. I took in all the movies we'd watched over and over again, all the incredible outfits. Even if the gods had provided them with wisdom, it was the humans themselves that had created all of this. That's what I want Dad to understand. And not just him. I want everyone in Celestia to understand. It's not only because of the gods' blessings, I just can't believe that all the efforts of humankind had nothing to do with it. I can't ignore all that hard work. Continuing to mindlessly shoot my arrows down at them just didn't seem right. I'm gonna go to the human realm. I'm going to do my matchmaking as a normal human. I'm a non-human.
本気？
Very serious. I'm sick of doing whatever my dad says. I want to be more than just the god of love.
まあ、キューちゃん、最高よ。それでこそ私のメイン、心の友だわ。
Please, Lady Minerva, please help me. How can I reach the human realm? Despite everything I said to Dad, I didn't actually have any idea how to get down there. It's not like I'd ever tried to leave Celestia before.
そうね。まず人間界で暮らすなら、それ相応の準備が必要よ。それよりも肝心なのは、ジュピターの監視をどうやってかいくぐるか。
Ah, right. I'd always heard that Lord Jupiter had the power to find any other god at will. And he's a member of the contestants, just like Dad, so I'm sure he wouldn't approve of my plan. But it's not like you can just snap your fingers and make me invisible or something, right?
そうね。
So even if I could escape, I'd just be dragged right back. My plan had fallen on its face before I could even get off the starting line. But then my aunt just grinned at me.
そこはこの人間界マニアのレディ・ミネルヴァに任せなさい。
She clapped her hands and the room got brighter. The little trick had surprised me at first, but not anymore.
まずは追跡対策ね。一応確認するけれど、キューピッドの矢は深部だから外せないわよね。
That's right. Whenever I forget it at the spring or something, it always makes its way back to me. Cupid's bow, a defined artifact that never leaves my side. Right now, it feels more like a curse than anything. When I'm not using it, it takes the form of a necklace around my neck. If I need it, I just touch it and it turns back into an actual bow and arrow. No matter where I leave it, it always comes back. In other words, Cupid can never be separated from her bow and arrow.
なるほどね。矢を外せるならすぐに解決すると思ったけれど。
Yeah, but if it's hiding as a necklace. Wait, really?
ええ、あいつはただ深部を追ってるだけだもの。深部さえなければ個体の追跡なんてできないわ。
What? I had no idea. But wow, she's so casual when she talks about him. But I guess she can do that as a fellow die contestant. I couldn't do that.
となると矢を何とかしないと見つかるけど、それもあなたのその
Ooh, jamming the signal. Jam the what
探
now?
知するのと同じ力を発することで探しづらくなるみたいな意味よ。でもその原理でノイズを発する道具を作ってネックレスにつけちゃえば見つからなくなるはずよ。それはこの学問の神であるレディ・ミネルヴァが作ってあげる。ほら。
Oh, okay. But now that I'm thinking about it, is it even possible for me to leave without Lord Jupiter's permission? To descend to the human realm, you have to make a formal request to Lord Jupiter. Then you can enter the wooden cave near the round table. But if I can't use that, then...
あら、私が作ったゲートがあることをお忘れかしら？
Oh! That's right! Aunt Minerva did tell me about a secret gate she made leading to the human realm. Then you'll let me use it?
もちろんよ。可愛い姪っ子のためだもの。というわけで、追跡防止と降臨の仕方はクリアね。あと一番の問題は人間界に降りてからの生活よね。
Yeah, we didn't think about how we were going
キュ
to
ーちゃ
go
んも
round
知っ
and
てるわよ
stuff.
ね。神であっても人間界に行ったら人間と同じような体になるって話。
Oh yeah, I've heard that before. Our bodies become human, which means we have to eat in order to survive and sleep in order to function day to day.
住民票の偽造に住処の確保はまあ神の力でなんとかなるとして、問題は生活費よね。
We'll get a job.
キューちゃん、人間界の降臨って初めてなのよね。
Yeah.
さすがに私でも金の偽造はやったら怒られるどころじゃないし。
Well, Dan,
まあ
she can't copy
そ
his
こは
money.
キューちゃんに頑張ってもらうとしますか。一緒にアルバイト探しましょう。
A part-time job, like that thing we always see in the movies?
そうよ。
Part-time job. Such a wonderful phrase filled my heart with joy. We'd seen tons of sillywood actresses playing roles where they had to work at part-time jobs.
それに安心して。一応選別に1ヶ月ぐらいの生活費は私がお小遣い。でもそれ以上滞在するつもりならきちんと自分で自分の食いぶちを稼ぐこと。
Nice, she's giving us an allowance. I understand.
あんまりお手伝いできなくてごめんね、キューちゃん。
I will be fine. It's okay. You're already helping plenty. Lady Minerva, after all, this started out as an argument just between my dad and me.
そりゃ可愛い姪っ子が悩んでいたら考えないわけにはいかないわよ。それに私、人間は素晴らしいのよ。それなのに私以外の神は全然それに気づいてくれないの。それどころかマーズったらいっつも私のこと変人扱いするんだもの。ちょっとぐらい反省してほしいじゃない？
Nice. So that explains it. Aunt Minerva was always talking about how she was sick of the old-fashioned views of the other stubborn gods.
それにね、実は私も何度も人間界に移住する妄想をしているの。十二神だからさすがに実行には移せないけど。
Aw. Lady Minerva, you have?
ええ、何通りもシミュレーションしてるわ。だからこのレディ・ミネルヴァに任せて。
Aw.
そうと決まったら準備に取り掛かるわよ。なんだか楽しくなってきちゃった。キューちゃんはどんな家に住みたい？
See, it doesn't have to be fancy, just something with like basic amenities. Like electricity and the internet so I can play games. She quickly pulled out her cell phone and started browsing through real estate properties for me. My mission is to run away from home and prove Dad wrong, to live in the human realm.
あ、人間界の服も必要よね。映画ヘアブリーチの服が可愛かったわ。どこに置いたかしら。
Oh, that's so nice that she kept clothes and stuff, or she got clothes. Once we got started, things fell into place one after another. After all our preparations were done, Aunt Minerva showed me to a door marked 221B.
さあ、これが私の作った人間界への降臨用ゲートよ。
Wow! 221B, isn't that the same as Sherlock Holmes? Aww.
ご名察。さすがキューちゃんね。これを作った時、ちょうどその映画にハマってたのよ。
221 Baker
人
Street.
間界へ降りれば他にもいろんな映画のロケ地に行けるわ。その服も似合ってるわね。勉強も仕事も恋も頑張るロマンス映画のヒロインみたいよ。楽しんできてね。
I've worked on I used to do film in college, and I had to work on a like a rom-com type thing. It was kind of fun. Hey Will, thank you so much, Lady Minerva. Keeping in mind everything I'd learned from all these movies, I focused on things like the dating agency, social media, and of course, #Cupid. A city and culture built entirely by humankind, and before long, I'd be standing in the middle of it all.
ああ、でも映画仲間がそばからいなくなるのは私も寂しいわ。元気でやるのよ、キューちゃん。
Swear I've heard her voice before. Oh, Lady Minerva. I gave her one last hug and she hugged me back tightly. We'd become almost like mother and daughter. I'm going to become an amazing bridal advisor and make Dad eat his words.
その息よ。さ、名残惜しいけれど、ぐずぐずしてたら身辺に見つかっちゃう。
How dare they try and find me.
いってらっしゃい。楽しんできてね。
The gate opened and Aunt Minerva gave me a gentle nudge. And then... Oh, we're out in the world. What the? When I opened my eyes, I was greeted with an image straight out of the movies I'd seen. Kind of makes me think of the Barbie movie. People. There were people everywhere. Colorful shops lined the streets. It was a vibrant world, completely unlike the dull divine realm. So this is the human realm. And my worries melted away as my heart began to fill with excitement. Step 1, go to college and study romantic psychology. Step 2, graduate and get a job at Cupid Corp. I'm going to become a bridal advisor and learn how to connect people without using my divine powers. That's my ultimate goal. There are plenty of matchmaking services in this world, but it looks like the one with the highest success rate is this Cupid Corporation. Based on my research, it's safe to assume that the Cupid Corporation is the top matchmaking service in the world. I'm going to become the top bridal advisor at the best company in the world and prove Dad wrong. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. Aunt Minerva and I have prepared everything I need to succeed. First off, I need to get into college. Apparently, Cupid Corp won't hire anyone without a college degree. I'm gonna beat you, Dad. I'm gonna show you that I was right. What is that? You know, I can't tell if it's super cute or just super weird. A strange creature seemed to be reacting to my excited muttering. Huh? Wait, is that a divine beast? The die contestants had tamed fantastical animals of all kinds and shapes to do their bidding. These were known as divine beasts. I remember feeling something bump my shoulder as I went through the gate, but I just figured it was Aunt Minerva giving me one last little push. Hello there. What's your name?
Chi?
Aw. Chi, huh? Okay, nice to meet you, Chi.
Chi?
Oh shoot! I probably shouldn't hang around here too long. Where was my new home again? I wandered down the street while looking over the instructions Aunt Minerva had given me. She'd written the address of a share house she found online. In a city like Lost York, roommates are basically mandatory if you want to be able to afford rent. Same thing here in Washington. Looks like I'll be living with someone named Gil Lovecraft? Aunt Minerva said the name Lovecraft literally means to create love, so it was a perfect fit for a roommate. I bet having roommates is going to be so much fun, just like in the movies. I wonder what they'll be like. As of today, I get to experience the thrill of having a roommate.
え？ルームシェアの相手はマイクっていう男じゃ。
Oh, my aunt must have written that in without really thinking. Sorry, I'm not Mike. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Chi?
おお
Hello.
女の子とルームシェア。
Did you see the little goat thing floating by his face? And we're at the Parasite 5. So that's what I went through to get here. Even the name I'm using now is just something I came up with on the spot, based on a character from a movie I'd seen. I couldn't say I was Cupid. I didn't really know much about the day-to-day reality of the human realm back then, so I made a lot of mistakes. But now here I am, working as the company's top bridal advisor. It wasn't easy, I can say that much.
Chi?
I still can't tell if it's ugly or cute. Did you say something? Nope, not me. Chi's cry brought me back to my senses. I'd nearly forgotten I was right in the middle of meeting with the president. It's just that after hearing the word promotion, I couldn't help but think about how far I'd come. I had no idea Chi was here. I woke up so early I figured he'd still be fast asleep. So you just need me to support these 5 candidates and help them get married?
なあ、彼らは他のトップブライダルアドバイザーたちがこぞって無理だとサジを投げた会員でな。
Oh, why did you do
確
that?
かパラサイト5と陰では呼ばれているそうだ。知っている？
I'm sorry, I don't really keep up with the latest rumors.
いや、その方がいい。妙な先入観を持たれても困るしな。というわけで、彼らは結婚できる見込みがないと烙印を押され、半ば放置されていたんだ。だが、我が社の会員になった以上、放っておくわけにはいかない。成婚率は社の評判にも関わるからな。お前は今年からトップブライダルアドバイザーになったばかりだ。正直荷が重いかもしれないが、やる気のある社員だと聞いている。
It would be my honor to try.
ひとまずプロフィールシートを見てくれ。
Let's see here. Let's check out these. At the president's urging, I began reading through the documents. Hey, there's a Gil Lovecraft in here. Gil Lovecraft, assuming it's the same person that's my former roommate. He was a year above me in college, and he moved out when he graduated. I haven't seen him in probably at least 2 years. Now, that would be too crazy of a coincidence. It must be someone else with the same name. I continued reading through the profiles. Rule Akinote. Ruki F. Kaisani. Bit my tongue on that one. Ugh. Alan Melville. And... Huh? When I reached the last profile, I tilted my head in confusion. All of the information had been neatly filled in by computer, but the name had been left blank. Mr. Snail, who is this? It doesn't have a name on it.
そのうち詳細がいく。ひとまず連絡先は下記にあるので、それで対応してくれ。
Mr. Snail seemed surprisingly awkward when he said that. I wonder if it's a relative of his or something. Aww. Anyway, if I get these 5 guys married, I'll get my promotion, and then I can shove that in Dad's face.
どうだ？できそうか？
Feels like he's staring straight through me. What's the right answer? Of course, you can expect complete success. I have to, if I want to earn that promotion, I'll do it. For the sake of our members. Ooh, what do we want to say? Should be the right answer. These games are always like the right, you have the best answer, you have the good answer, and you have the oh no, you fucked up answer. We'll do it for the sake of our members. They all do seem kind of stubborn in their own way, but it's not impossible, right? I'm the god of love. Matchmaking is my sworn duty. I'll do my best.
そうか。そう言ってもらえて何よりだ。
Aw, that was the right answer, I guess. At least with that one. To start off with, I think I'll get in touch with them to set up a meeting.
面談をするのか？
Definitely. I'd like to talk to them face to face to find out what kind of people they might be compatible with. Their habits, their beliefs, how they grew up, it all affects the type of person that's best for them.
そうか。我が社には優秀なエンジニアの作ったマッチングシステムがあるはずだが。
Oh, that doesn't matter.
なるほどな。この勤勉さがトップブライダルアドバイザーになった秘訣というわけか。
I love her hair. That's right. I may as well put my degree in romantic psychology to use, right? That's the whole reason I went to college, after all. I wanted to learn how to succeed at matchmaking using the power of human nature. That was my one and only goal.
では、この5人のことも結婚まで導いてくれ。今日の話は以上だ。頼りにしているぞ。
Ooh. I won't let you down. I'll get started right away.
ああ。
Uh-oh.
やはり一人だけ空欄はまずかったか。一人だけ頼んでは怪しまれると思い、パラサイト5と呼ばれていることを利用して5人の中に紛れ込ませたが、かえって目立ったか。
Uh-oh.
だが偽名を使って問題が起きても困るしな。匿名希望ということにしておくか。しかし面談か。どうやら誰かに代理を頼むしかないようだ。
Uh-oh. And that's how the challenge and my pursuit for a promotion began. The Cupid Corporation is now responsible for a group of famously problematic members, known in the business as the Parasite 5. If I can help them all get married, I'll earn another promotion and rise even higher than top bridal advisor. To reach the very top of the Cupid Corporation, which is already at the very top of the industry. Now's my chance to prove to Dad that humans can do wonderful things all on their own. They actually have a sequel, just like after stories for this game, and I want to get it. I want to get it so bad. It's got like more stories and like cute pictures and stuff. I'm supposed to have a meeting with the Parasite 5 today. but looks like the problems are already cropping up. I got misted immediately. One was talking about stealing, one was babbling about mythology, and the last was the wrong guy.
それで全知全能の神ゼウスも太陽を滑るアマテラス大神もどちらも両性具有説があるから同一の存在ではと。
Okay, he's the obsessed parasite.
運命だ。
We've got the lovelorn
そうそれ
parasite.
は運命で。ってあれ
Oh, two of them know each other.
キル？
あれナール。
はーい、久しぶり。再会できるなんて嬉しいな。
Oh, how cute.
俺もだよ、久しぶり。
二人とも知り合い？後でみんなで飲みに行こっか。
本当
Do
に
these
こいつら
bozos even want to
結
get
婚する
married?
気あるのかしら。
Claris, I have no idea. Claris, quiet! I did my best to get Claris to bite her tongue, but she was looking at them all with disgust. Not only is she one of our bridal advisors, but she's also one of the system engineers who built the company's cutting-edge machine algorithm. Oh, cool. She's part of the meeting so that she can get direct reference data for the system from the infamous Parasite 5.
行きましょう。時間の無駄よ。
Jeez. Claris was forcing herself to smile, but I could tell how mad she was. Even after telling them that they'd never get married, none of them seemed to notice. That had annoyed her for sure. These Parasite 5 must really be something if they can ignore someone as beautiful as Claris. Back when we were in college, Claris had modeling agents coming after her constantly. Anyway, I have to get these guys married if I want to earn that promotion. Hello everyone, I'd like to conduct a one-on-one meeting with each of you. Could you follow me to the next room? Ooh, we're gonna learn. So these are all the guys that we can date. And we already got points with one of them. So we're awesome. Gil Lovecraft. Or I think we have points with two of them because I guess one of them's in love. Is the lovelorn parasite. Your name is Gil Lovecraft, correct? Nice to meet you. I'm...
ああ、会えて嬉しいよ。
Oh yeah, he does know us. He cut in abruptly and immediately took my hand. That open smile of his was one thing I could never forget. He looked so different. I wasn't 100% sure before, but... Are you really the same Gil I used to know? Gil Lovecraft, my old roommate. He really helped me out when I first got to the human realm and had no idea what I was doing. He was also going to Lost York University just like me. Me, him, and Claris hung out all the time back then.
久しぶり。まさかこんなところで再会するだなんて思わなかったな。
Yeah, same here. You've really changed a lot. Your fashion sense has improved for one thing.
ありがとう。君に褒められるのが一番嬉しいよ。
I see. You still love to exaggerate, though.
もちろんだよ。実はあれから何度も君に連絡を取ろうと思ったんだけれど、勇気が出なくてさ。
Huh? I would have definitely responded, though. Are you struggling with work or something? Ooh, let's do the first one. Really? How come? I would have been happy to hear from you anytime.
いや、その気まずいというか、なんというか、俺が変わらないと意味ないだろうしって思っちゃって。
I guess we got some points with
もう
him.
少し自信が持てるようになってからとか、いろいろ自分に言い訳しちゃってさ、それでスルスルと2年も経っちゃって。でもますます綺麗になってて驚いたよ。彼氏とかいるの？
Dating? No, not at the moment.
そっか。
How about you, Gil? Are you? Oh, sorry, dumb question. That's why you're here after all. Anyway, let's start the official interview.
面談？
Well, that is why you came to us, right? To find someone to marry?
あ そうだったよね。うん、そうなんだけど、君に会えたらそんな気持ちも吹き飛んだというか。
じゃあ大会する？
Jeez, Clarice.
え、クラリス。
はいギル。
いつからここに？
あら、入室時からずっとここにいたわ。なんて冗談よ。
No, just kidding.
ちょっと
Just
覗
thought
きに
I'd
来た
drop
だ
in
け。
for a bit.
昔のルームメイトがうちのお客さんとして来たんだもの。これぐらいいいでしょ。
なんだ、よかった。
I wasn't sure if it was him at first, but Clarice had obviously recognized it was the same old Gil right away. Clarice is one of our best system engineers. I'll be working with her to find the perfect girl for you.
あ
Aw. We use what we call the Cupid system to collect data and calculate your ideal mate. I'm sure we'll find someone amazing in no time.
ファイトギル。今度こそ運命の相手を射止めてちょうだい。
Aw. Right? Come on, Gil. Let's do this. We got this, Gil. We can find you a partner. She might even be in this room. Maybe. You gotta win me over. I kinda like the guy in purple. Case 2, name left blank. Ooh. It's nice to see you again, Owen.
代理のオーウェン・ヘリオットです。よろしくお願いいたします。
Representative.
ああ、よろしく頼む。
Mr. Snail, what are you doing here?
彼は私の秘書だからな。
Okay, and what about this mystery member?
多忙な方ですので来られないということでした。
Well, could you at least tell me his name?
匿名ということでしたので S 氏とお呼びください。
Monsieur Essay?
面談を続けてくれ。
Okay, well, if possible, I'd like to schedule a meeting with Monsieur Essay in person.
面談に赴くことはできないと伺っております。
What about going on dates with our female members? Is that a possibility?
いえ、そちらも私が代理で伺う。
Well, that's not gonna work. At some point, I'm going to have to talk to him, even if just on the phone.
電話に出ることはできないと伺っております。
What about email or text?
それは OK です。私が代わってお返事を差し上げますが。
Listen, Owen, have you ever met this Monsieur Essen?
はい。
Great, then let me be direct. If this person is serious about wanting to get married.
うちの会員なんだ。したいに決まっているだろう。
I would hope so. And just to confirm, Mr. Snail, this Monsieur Essen wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
私は
Oh, he's a
愛妻家
devoted husband?
婚活するわけないだろう。
Ah, that's right. I do apologize for such a silly question. I suddenly remembered all of the media spots that talked about how the president of the Cupid Corporation was a loving and dedicated husband. Then why does this person refuse to meet with me? I really feel like he just doesn't exist.
いえ、ただクライアントには特別な秘密があり、それを漏らすわけにはいかないため、このような形で。
A special secret? And are you able to share that secret with me at least?
申し訳ございません。それも口止めされております。
Both of these guys are like super attractive. A special secret? I wonder if it's like a mafia boss or someone that's especially elderly. Maybe he's someone who feels hopeless about his looks or his voice, or a famous celebrity doesn't want word of his marriage getting out. But our security is actually really good, and even big-name actors have used our service. Regardless, if he's really that serious about keeping it a secret, it's my job as an advisor to respect that. Fine, then let's just discuss his member profile, shall we? It says here that one of his hobbies is to be SS in all things. What does SS mean?
それは当然最高位ランクの意味に決まっているだろう。
Okay, it's like an S tier pole.
SS ランクの SS とお聞きしています。
Okay, so his hobby is just to be the best? So he values social standing more than anything else.
はい。
And it also says he wants someone who can accept my work and push me to do even better. So he wants someone to help keep that SS rank.
そのように伺っております。
In other words, all he wants from marriage is to improve his social standing.
諸般の事情があるとお聞きしておりますが。
In which case, I'm forced to ask again, what are these circumstances?
申し訳ございません。そのお話はできないということで。
Of course not. I know I sound like a broken record, but does this person you represent actually want to get married? I let out an annoyed sigh and glared at Owen. Beads of sweat were forming on his brow when he nodded his head slowly.
はい。それはもう本気で。
Good. Fine. Then I'll send him an email later. Since the person in question isn't here, there's nothing more for us to talk about.
よろしくお願いいたします。
よろしく頼む。
He sounds angry. Pretty sure he is one of the candidates. So we've got case 3, the Akinote antidote and Antioch. So your rule, Akinote. I'm very pleased to meet you.
指導よろしくね。
Aw. Phew, he sounds pretty normal so far.
ところで君のそのネックレスすごく可愛いね。もしかして
Oh, yes, it is. Although it's not based on Cupid's bow, it's the real thing.
やっぱりねえ、君はキューピッドが女性に好まれるモチーフであることについてどう思う？
I'm sorry?
キューピッドは少年の姿で描かれることが多いけれど、俺が思うにキューピッドが少年の姿をしているのには2つの理由。
Why don't we just begin the interview? To begin with, are there any major issues you're unwilling to compromise on in your marriage?
結婚？難しい質問だな。俺当分する気はないし、具体的に思いつかないんだけれど。
He doesn't plan on getting married soon, but why is he here? Excuse me, did you just say you're not planning to get married?
え？結婚しなきゃダメ？
For here, yeah. Well, no, it's your choice. It's not like we can force you, but if that's the case, why did you join our service?
稽古じゃないの？
For research? What kind of research?
もちろん次の映画のだよ。
So he's an actor. RuPaul pulled out a thick stack of paper and dropped it on the desk. What's this?
次に俺が出演する映画の台本。
Script? Movie? Starring? I flipped to the first page and read the title, Goddess Upon the Camel, Part 2. Goddess Upon the Camel? Isn't that... I'd watched that movie a whole bunch of times with Aunt Minerva. I vaguely remember hearing on the news that they were making a second one. Goddess Upon the Camel is a romantic comedy where a cute girl struggles to balance work with her love life. It came back to me that everyone was excited about Rule Aconite being cast as the heroine's love interest. Wait, you're the Rule Aconite? The Sillywood actor, the star of Wild Spider and Hannibal? Wow, these names are bad. Oh, you just now realized? Sorry, I try and keep my mind blank so I don't come in with any perceived notions about a member before I meet them.
なるほど。俺が台本読むときと一緒だ。
But it's pretty bad that I didn't realize it was him even after the name. Sillywood Rule Aconite is a total heartthrob, loved by girls all over the world. I should have made the connection immediately. Besides, we've had quite a few Sillywood actors use our service in the past. But I never expected a Sillywood star to be part of the Parasite 5. Looking at him now, though, this is obviously the same Rule Aconite that we're all familiar with. Oh, well, all that matters at this point is that he's my member. Being a famous actor isn't important right now. Okay, well, I'd like to talk about the comment you made earlier, about this being research for your movie. Is that the only reason you came to us? Rule hit me with a gentle, innocent smile.
マネージャーが登録したんだよね。俺の恋愛の演技が全然ダメだから恋心を知ってこいって。
That's fair.
それにここシリウッド女優やセレブたちが利用してるって話題になってたでしょ。セキュリティとプライバシーが万全だからって。だからこのラクダに乗った女神パート2の稽古にうってつけだってマネージャーは言ってたんだ。
So it really is just for research. Then that means he really probably shouldn't get married, huh? Yeesh. I'll have to bring this up with his agent along with the president. I cleared my throat and flashed the most professional smile I could manage. I think I understand. So your goal is to learn about love. If you don't mind my asking, do you have much experience with relationships?
俺としてはしてたつもりなんだけどね。どうも普通の人と違うみたいでさ。監督にも全然心がこもってないって言われちゃった。
It can be hard to fake being in love. I have to imagine it's probably bad for your co-stars in a romance to know nothing about love. He was always in action movies before. He earned a reputation for doing amazing stunts, and he's never really had to do any romantic work before. Although I feel like there have been a few bedroom scenes, as it were. He must have thought he could just force his way through it without really understanding love. Think I get it. Could you describe what you look for in a partner?
ごめん。俺もう行かなきゃ。
Oh? Huh?
これから神話討論会なんだ。ギリシャ、ローマ神話、北欧神話を主に扱ってて、今日は十二神に関する文献を読み解く予定でね。
When you say 12 Olympians, are you talking about like Mars, Minerva, Diana, those Olympians?
君、十二神のことがわかるの?
Is this also research for his movie? Or you could say that. Obviously, I couldn't tell him I'd had a huge argument with one of those 12 gods not that long ago. I gave him a nonchalant smile as he got even more excited and grabbed me by the shoulders.
しかも君はギリシャ神話の神たちを英語名で呼ぶんだね。俺は普段ギリシャ名で呼ぶからなんだか新鮮だよ。
That's a good point. The Greeks and Romans had different names for the same gods, so it can get a bit confusing. For example, Jupiter is his Roman name, but he's known as Zeus in Greek mythology. And I'm used to being called Cupid, but in Greek they refer to me as Eros. Guess that's why Mom used to call me Eros sometimes. It didn't really bother me in Celestia, but it's actually kind of embarrassing down here.
じゃあ君と話すときはなるべく英語名で神の名前を言うようにするよ。でも間違えたらごめんね。
Is Athena called Minerva in the Roman one? I used to know Roman Greek mythology. I did study the Greeks more than the Romans, though. No, it's fine. You can use whatever names you want.
じゃあ早速だけど、いろいろ聞かせて。君は
Well, she's really smart, and she knows all about fashion and the latest trends. She's really incredible.
じゃあマースは
He's a stubborn old man past his prime who's obsessed with the past glory.
な
Dang.
んて面白い解釈なんだ。じゃあ君はこの文献についてどう思う？
Didn't he have somewhere to be? Why is he all like buddy? He said he pulled out some kind of book. Is this the Section?
この本を読んだことが？なんて子だ。ぜひ今日の神話討論会に君も来てくれ。
Huh? Well...
ほら、この文献はネロ期に書かれたと言われてるだろ。 ここから当時はどのように神話が扱われていたか議論する予定なんだ。ぜひ君も一緒に。
I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I still have a lot of work left to do today. He kept getting more and more excited, and I did my best to calm him down. I just gave back the book and his script, but he was crestfallen.
それは残念だ。まあいいか。これからたくさん指導で君には会うからね。次は君の考える十二支について聞かせて。じゃあまた。
Rule gave me an energetic wave and left the room. And just like that, he's gone. For now, I should probably get in touch with his agent. I'll also have to talk to Mr. Snail and let him know Rule has no intentions of getting married. Case number 4. Ruki F. Kinisani. Kensani? It's like Kisani. You must be Ruki F. Kasani. It's very nice to meet you. I'm gonna have you guys go on a small break. I'm like really thirsty. I'm gonna run and get me some water. Sorry. But yeah, I'll put you guys on a break and then I'm gonna go run and get some water. Alright, we are back. Sorry. You must be Ryuki F. Kani-san. It's very nice to meet you.
DA536E
Huh? What was that? He glanced at me quickly, then looked away. It's like he has nothing to say to me. Well, I've dealt with my fair share of uncooperative members before, but as the god of love, it's my duty to help them get married. Still, what the heck was that DA536E thing? Sounds like a hex code. I didn't know what to make of it, but I didn't have time to figure it out, so I just jotted it down on one corner of his profile sheet. I put on my most professional smile and made clear eye contact. Mr. Kennedy, may I ask what your ideal marriage looks like? Did you have a clear vision of what you're looking for? For example, actions of or habits that you absolutely can't stand, or... Again with that mist.
乾燥は美容の大敵だから。
Huh? What? What the heck is this mist? My skin is absorbing it so easily. I feel so much more supple.
言っとくけど、これは最低限の話だから。
Oh? I see. So that's what he can't stand. So what you're saying is you can't stand women who don't take care of their looks.
許せないとかじゃなくて、人間の最低ラインだから。
Yeesh. I see. I looked from his face to the sheet in front of me. His profile sheet was unique, to say the least. It's a whole lot of colors. In the cooking section, he wrote, I only eat things that give my skin a healthy glow. Talking about his days off, he said he likes shopping for humidifiers and other beauty products. Under skills and hobbies, he wrote, erasing any unsightly individuals from my memory. Jeez. And his ultimate partner is someone whose face can score perfect marks. Good grief. He sounds like quite the pain in the butt. If I'm being honest, I'm starting to wonder if I'll be able to help him at all. No, it's that kind of situation that might actually prove Dad right. I shook my head to clear out such negative thoughts. Even in cases like this, I have to believe that matchmaking is possible, even without Cupid's bow. So, have you ever been in a relationship before? Under the section describing your ideal partner, you wrote, someone whose face can score perfect marks. I'd, really appreciate it if you could explain exactly what you mean by that. I patiently tried prying more information from him, but Ryuki just sighed slowly. Finally, he turned to look straight at me for once.
いい？これは計算員家の人間なら当たり前の価値観なんだけど、頭に偏差値があるように顔にも偏差値があるんだよ。
Grades for faces?
頭の良さを数値化できるなら美に対してもできて当然でしょ。偏差値70以上の S ランク、顔が僕の目に映る、恋愛対象として認識できるレベル。偏差値65以上の A ランク、話に耳を傾けられるぐらい。これぐらいじゃないと友人として認められない。偏差値60以上の B ランク、存在はまあ認識できるけどせいぜい知人止まり。偏差値55以上の C ランク、仕事としてなら関わる、それ以上の興味はない。君はここ。
は？
それで偏差値55以下の D ランク、ここは僕との違う世界の住人、ファンタジー。正直目に入ってても存在を認識できない。
Uh-huh. So in my case, you wouldn't interact with me unless it was related to work somehow?
そう。
Couldn't help but feel a little relieved that this was all part of my job. So then, is there any way for someone to raise their rank?
美容の知識と技術を学んでちゃんと実践する。頭の偏差値を上げるのと一緒だよ。バカじゃないの？
I'll fight him.
乾燥に気をつけてメイクと服装を整えればどんな人間でも偏差値60にはなれる。まあその
So, if someone could reach that bare minimum, then he wouldn't even consider them human. His words aren't exactly kind, but I'm glad he at least bothered to explain himself. That's better than him sitting in silence. Since he's here, he must want to get married. It's my job to make that a reality. I glanced down at his profile to find something else to discuss when I noticed what he'd listed under occupation. Fashion designer. Putting that together with his name, a light bulb suddenly went on over my head. Ryuki. Wait, there was an article in the latest issue of Wedding Monthly talking about the best tuxedos from a brand called Kisani. Is that you?
ああ、それ、おばあ様のブランド。僕はそこのデザイナーじゃない。
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, I didn't realize the connection sooner.
ま、おばあ様も僕が孫だって公表してないし。僕がやってるブランドは龍騎だから、覚えて。
Oh, he's got his own brand. Interesting.
とは言っても、うちはメンズしか作ってないから、あんたには関係ないかもしれないけど。
You like men's fashion and yet you walk dressed like that? Okay. It's a choice. Not all choices are good. So it's a line of men's clothing. I wrote down the name of his brand to make sure I didn't forget. I glanced up to find his cold gaze staring back at me. It sent shivers down my spine. Thank God my boyfriend would never be caught dead in that. I think it's the yellow. I'm not a huge fan of yellow. It's that yellow and that, like, baby shit green that he's got going on for him. So, moving on. And he's a dick, so that's also negative points. More mist?
ここ空調悪いから。肌にも悪いし帰る。
Okay, that's fun. I touched my face, which was now dripping wet. Maybe I should install a humidifier. Better fix my makeup. Should be happy I scored above a 55. Let's see here. Better fix my makeup, or maybe I should install a humidifier. Let's fix our makeup. I have to admit, my skin does feel softer, but I'm sure my foundation is ruined. Better make a trip to the bathroom. Alan Melvick. This one's caught my interest the most. You must be Alan Melville. I'm very happy to meet you. Melville. So, Mr. Melville, I understand you work for a high-end pillow store?
まあそうだよ。寝ている間に肩こりするなら9番街ラグジュアリーピローへぴったりの枕をお届けするよ。
Could use a nice pillow. Thank you for the offer. Now then, what exactly are you looking to get out of marriage, Mr. Melville?
ああ、俺のことはアランでいいよ、アワハニ。可愛い君にはそう呼ばれたいからさ。
I'm afraid I must decline, Mr. Melville. It's how I speak to all of my members.
つれないな。
Alan smiled at me, and I couldn't bring myself to return the gesture. I'm sorry, but as a bridal advisor, it's a matter of property. Also, I have to ask, or propriety. Also, I have to ask, why did you call me our darling?
名前を覚えるよりも効率的でしょ。俺たちの可愛い子ちゃんって意味だよ。
Our adorable cutie pie. Ugh. It's even worse than I could have imagined. That still doesn't explain why he said our instead of my.
それに君以外のアドバイザーのみんなは喜んでくれたよ。アワースイート、ハワハニー、フーベアズって呼ぶでさ。
Mr. Melville, have you hit on every advisor you've had like this?
だからアランだって言っただろ。
Fine then, Alan. I'm assuming the answer to my question is yes.
まさかたまにしかしないよ。それに俺人のものじゃないと満足できないし。
Oh, he's a fuckboy. Excuse me?
ってことで君も誰かに恋してくれたら特に俺の好みになるんだけど、ボーイフ。
As a matter of fact, I don't. But don't you think that's kind of a strange requirement? I recalled the phone call from before. Something about stealing and borrowing. So when you say you're not interested unless she belongs to someone else, what you mean is you enjoy stealing other people's girlfriends.
そういう体質なんだよ。ごめんね。でも略奪って言われるのは不服だな。シェアハウス、シェアオフィス、シェアサイクル。こんなにもシェアが当たり前になっている時代なのに、どうして恋人をシェアするのはダメなの？
It's not sanitary for one, that's how STDs get spread. Share?
そう、シェア。俺は奪いたいわけじゃなくて、共有したいんだよ。それを許してくれないから、結果的に略奪って言われちゃうんだ。
What you were suggesting became commonplace. The whole world would fall into chaos.
俺は非常に合理的な考え方だと思うけれど、君だってルームシェアしてたんでしょ？
Yes, so didn't have sex with each other. Well, I did live in a share house at one point, but wait, did I tell you that?
さあ、どうだったかな？
Sorry, guys. Drinking cocoa water. What's going on here?
とにかく君結構俺の好みだからさ、さっきいた他の4人の誰かと付き合ってみてよ。みんなビジュアル良かったし。
Okay, I changed my mind. I don't want to date him. This is not acceptable. I slammed my hands down on the desk. I'm suddenly furious at his shameless antics. Audacity. That's the word. That's the word. It's perfectly obvious why you haven't gotten married yet, Alan.
俺はただ他人に恋している女の子が好きなだけだよ。
That's morally and ethically completely off limits.
でも自分に恋をされても美味しくないんだよね。
So you simply can't see someone as a potential mate unless they already belong to someone else.
そう受け取ってもらっても構わないよ。
Don't like how they keep dropping the word mate. Just say partner. If you weren't already aware, you should realize that polygamy is against the law.
つまり
In some places.
結婚しなければ法に触れないわけだ。
Why are you even here in the first place?
そりゃ結婚に興味があるからさ。
You're not interested in marriage, you're interested in breaking it up. If we're going to make any progress, we're going to have to adjust your fundamental perspective on things.
お褒めに預かり光栄です。
I see how and why all this other advisors gave up on him. Changing this guy's basic outlook on life isn't going to be an easy task. He says he's interested in marriage, but all he really wants is other people's lovers. I have no idea how to find him a partner. What if I introduce him to someone looking to commit marriage-based fraud? No, we must address his fetish, or his marriage will crumble. To be honest, it'd be a heck of a lot easier to just shoot him with one of my arrows. But that would be admitting defeat to my dad. Even so, I have no idea if I'll actually be able to change my members' values. Still, I have no choice but to do it. I need to get promoted and prove Dad wrong. When I returned to my senses, I realized Alan was holding my hand. I immediately slapped it away. Good job. Now then. With all the interviews finished, I return to my desk and stare at the 5 profile sheets. Where do I even begin? To be honest, this was the first time I'd ever had to deal with members that seemed so utterly helpless from the start. Up till now, I always found a solution. Somewhere more difficult than others, but they all had an honest desire to get married. But this time around, it seems like Gil is the only one that actually wants to find a wife. But even in his case, I showed him a bunch of member data earlier, but every time he said she's not my type and turned them down.
Chi?
Oh, hi, Chi. Chi stares at me, unsure what to do. I picked him up and put him on my lap and started to pet him. Chi is a divine beast, so nobody else can see him. When I want to pet him, I have to do it in secret. I wonder what Gil's type even is. I always got the sense that he had a thing for Clarice, but back then we were in school. In which case, why don't I try matching the two of them together? Everyone else is just a little too complicated at the moment. Looking back through my interview notes, I was reminded that I'd written down something Ryuki said, DA536E. What could this possibly mean? I did a quick search for the term. The word Camilla popped up. It looked like some kind of dark pink color. Why would he mention a color?
あら、あなたはそこそこ可愛い色なのね。
Oh, she knows about him. Huh? What do you mean? Clarice had called out suddenly and I looked up at her.
それ、例の計算員くんの選んだ色でしょ？彼、人に
A person's color? Is that like some kind of syntheticity? People with synthetica can often taste words or see sounds. I'm butchering that word completely. It's similar to my ability to sense compatibility between two people, so I spent some time learning about the subject.
ああ、それそれ。
Yeah, that's the word.
確か美人はいい色に見えて。
容姿が悪けりゃ色も悪いってわけよ。ちなみに私は514766ですって。ドブみたいな色よ。失礼しちゃう。
あら、あなた計算員くんの全担当だった人よね。
ええ、そうよ。全然面談に来ないからろくに話したことはないけれど。
So that's Ryuki's previous advisor. Our desks are pretty far away from each other, so I haven't spoken with her much.
あいつ、プロのモデルの写真に対しても毒舌だからほんと厄介なのよ。おかげで紹介できる人一人もいなかったわ。あなたも早々に諦めた方がいいわ。見なさいよ、ラウル全担当も心配そうにあなたを見ているから。
Oh, so all of the advisors are here. I glanced around and suddenly noticed that everyone on my floor was staring at me.
見て、あの子。社長からの命令でパラサイト5を担当し。
かわいそう。一気に5人もなんてしんどくない？
私だったら絶対無理無理。その瞬間辞表出すわ。
Boy, they must feel pretty strongly about it, but it was obvious right away that those 5 are trouble.
あなたも可愛い見た目に騙されて油断しちゃダメよ。あの外見パラサイトはほんと毒舌だから。
Oh, the glamour parasite. He did have a pretty sharp tongue, it's true. But glamour parasite? Never heard the phrase before. Clarice just gives out a tiny giggle.
あら、あなた彼らがなんて呼ばれていたか知らないの？案外噂に疎いのね。
I don't gossip. I just enjoy partaking in rumors.
いろいろ問題あるじゃない？それぞれややこしい問題にパラサイトしてるから勝手に名付けて呼んでるの。ギルは失恋引きずりまくりだから失恋パラサイト。名前のわからない人はチーパラサイト。SS を保つために固執してるプロフィールだからよ。で、ラウルは趣味パラサイト。こじらせマニアね。計算員くんは外見パラサイト。最後にアランは略奪パラサイトってわけ。
Ah, I see. So when you put them all together, you get the Parasite 5.
あなたも気をつけた方がいいわよ。アランの全担当。あのせいで会社辞めたって話だから。
Really? Were they like dating or something?
そう。怖くて聞けないわよ。でも最後にアラン・メルビルってつぶやいて辞めてったみたいよ。
Yeesh. Wow, that's kind of scary.
あとギルの担当も苦労してたわよね。
そうそう。私が全担当だったんだけれど、ラブクラフトさんどんな子を見せても何かと理由つけて断るのよ。
Doesn't it just mean he's picky?
あれはどう見ても特定の誰かを忘れられないだけよ。どうせひどい失恋でもしたんだわ。だから失恋パラサイトって命名したの。
特定の誰かね。
Unforgettable woman. Could it have been Claris?
ラウルの担当も神話トークで全然話噛み合わなかったらしいし、胃通訳飲んでおいた方がいいわよ。
Buy some antacids now, you're gonna need them. Well, I appreciate your concern, everyone. I tried to laugh it off, but they were all looking at me with pity in their eyes. Aww. To them, it looked like I had this night impossible mission forced on me. But honestly, I really don't mind. This is my chance to earn my next promotion.
というか、社長もどうして今頃パラサイト5をどうにかしようと思ったのかしら。放っておけばいい。
ほんとよね。ややこしいのに手を焼いてる暇があったら他の会員の成婚手伝った方がいいじゃない。
会費だってもらってるしね。5人に手間取ってる間に10人成婚させた方がボーナスの査定も上がりそうじゃない？
確かに。キューピッドシステムで適当に相性のいい相手を探しておすすめすればそれで大抵うまくいくし。
正直手間かけて問題児を結婚させるよりあの5人は諦めた方がコスパいいわよね。
Yeesh, tell us how you really feel. Why is everyone talking like this? Are we all supposed to be our little version of Cupid? The job of a bridal advisor is to bring people together. We can't just abandon them, not even the problematic ones. If someone truly wants to get married, it's our duty to help them. I can't deny that their approach would raise the overall number of marriages. The fact that marriage rates in the human realm are up thanks to the Cupid Corporation, so their methodology isn't totally wrong. But I'm the real deal Cupid, in the flesh. I have to be completely sincere in my desire to help people fall in love. After all, I've been bringing humans together since the days of Leonardo da Vinci himself. I swear I'm going to get every last one of them married. Making them that solemn promise to myself, I began reviewing all their documents one more time. We still on the prologue? It feels like we're still in the prologue.
びっくりした。まさか彼女とあんな場所で再会するなんて。
Oh.
俺の気持ちに気づいてもらえず失恋してからもう2年とちょっとか。懐かしい。いい加減前を向きたくてあそこに行ったけれど、一日も君のことを忘れたことはなかったよ。
He's talking about us.
以上が今回の件についての彼女からの報告書のまとめです。
ご苦労だった。
いえ、では失礼します。
ずいぶんな報告をされていたな。
But bro, you're married.
S 氏が実在するか厳密に調査すべしか。一応私であることはバレていないようだが、オーウェンには念を押しているから大丈夫だろうが、彼が代理であることは隠し通さねば。キューピッドコーポレーションの社長シェルビー・スネイルは愛妻か。このイメージをいい加減この勘違いを解きたいものだが、会社の広告を正直騙しているようで気が引けるのだが、株価を出して反対されるとさすがに反論できない。それに代理店の担当者は大学時代の先輩だ。世話になったし恩もある。だが嘘はいずれバレる。だから早く結婚して嘘を真実に変えなくては。結婚か。正直私の人生において必要があるのかわからない。私は今まで常に SS でいるために生きてきた。無駄なことなどしたくはない。恋愛感情ほど非合理的なものはないのだから。
You're just a peach of a person, aren't you?
ジュピターに見つかる前に全部やり遂げてみせないとな。
Wait, how do you know Jupiter?
しかし 彼女とこうして近づけたのは好都合だった。まさか食事してるだけで略奪と呼ばれているとは思わなかったけれど。追い出されないように本性はバレないようにしないとな。夢の中で女を抱く、それがインキュバスの食事なんだから。
Oh, he's an incubus. Love match test. Okay, that should be it. We're gonna finish up this, and then we'll call it quits for the night. I left my desk as I finished completing files for dealing with Parasite 5. Next, I should find people who match their personalities. Got a cup of coffee at the drink dispenser and returned back to my seat.
あら、まだ残ってたの?
Yes, we are. When I turned around, I saw Claire's walking by with files in her hands. Yeah, I wanted to solidify their matchmaking plans a little more. Isn't it rare for you to be working this late? Her eyes are kind of like robotic.
ラブタイプテストっていうサービスを新しく導入する話があって、それをついデータを集めるのに夢中になっちゃって、気がついたらこの時
A love type questionnaire? Getting into fortune telling?
違うわよ。心理学の恋愛色彩理論を参考にシステム化したエビデンスがあるテストよ。ほら、
It's hard to tell when she's done talking. Oh, that love test. Like how people can be sorted into 6 different compatibility groups.
そうそう、それを元にしてるの。恋愛傾向が分かれば、相性がいい人同士を紹介できる確率が上がるでしょ。
That's true. It might work. When will it be introduced?
まだプロトタイプの段階だから、実装までには時間がかかるかもしれないわ。
For this to work, we need to run as many initial tests as possible. Sure, what do I do?
ありがとう、助かるわ。ちょっと待ってね。あなたの PC でできるようにするから。
Clarice was downloading the software from the computer's server with ease. A few minutes later, my PC started running the software and it was showing the test logo.
はい、どうぞ。まずはあなたの最も親しい異性を一人頭の中に思い浮かべて。と、その人に対するあなたの気持ちや行動について14の質問が出てくるわ。
Okay.
恥ずかしがらイエスならピンクのチェックボックスに、ノーならイエローのチェックボックスにチェックを入れてね。まだプロトタイプだから当たらなかったらごめん。
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I stare into my PC screen. If you catch him looking at another woman, do you instantly get jealous? No. No. Oh, hit back. You're not going to take the test? So you're... Quit the test. Continue the test. No, I want to continue the test. No.
チェックがついていない質問があるみたい。もう一度確認してみて。
Okay. Would you happily sacrifice yourself in order to give him what he desires? Yes. Do you feel like you want him by your side only when you feel like having him there? Yes. Would you rather be friends for a while first before you start dating? Yes. When selecting a partner, are economic factors important? No. Were you attracted to him from the moment you first met? Yes. While you're in class or at work, do you suddenly stop and realize you've only been thinking about him? Yes. If he's suffering through some kind of trouble, would you prefer to suffer along with him? Yes. When he asks about your plans or tries to get too involved, do you find yourself trying to distance yourself from him? No. When selecting a partner, it is important for his upbringing or education to match yours. No. Wait. Did all of these not hit? There we go. So, do you feel that you and he are similarly attractive? Yes. Ooh, better go to the... Can I go back? Yep, I didn't answer all the questions. Would you rather be friends for a while before starting dating? When selecting a partner, are economic factors important? No. Would you happily sacrifice yourself in order to give him whatever he desires? Yes. I actually just asked him that TikTok question on would he ever punch me in the face as hard as he could for $1 billion. He said no! Because he loves me. I said he would probably get hit 2 to 3 times because I wouldn't hear the entire question and only hear would you hit your boyfriend for $1 billion and punch him, like, in the chest. And then it asked if, say, it was, like, in the face as hard as I could. So, yeah, he would get hit, like, 2 or 3 times. Does your own happiness depend on making sure he's happy? Well, no. I'm able to be happy on my own. I'm so happy I met you. Do you feel that you and he share a close connection? Yes. Oh, it's the love things, like from, Yuri on Ice. I only know Eros and Agape because of the ice. When selecting a partner, do you think your personal history influences your desire? Yes. Okay. And that's it. What's that all?
大丈夫。
Yeah, that should be it.
す
The
ぐ
results
集
should
計
show
が
up in
終
a
わっ
sec.
て結果が出るから。美への恋。エロスね。美しいものが好きで、特に外見的な部分を重要視するみたい。
Really?
一目惚れが多いの
Eros,
も
huh?
このタイプの特徴ね。
That's interesting. Eros, beauty, Eros, Eros. Reminds me of the other name as a Cupid. Cupido and Eros. Is this why Mom used to call me Eros? Can't be.
やだ、そんなに何度もエロスエロスって唱えて何かいやらしいことでも考えてるの？まあ、体の相性も恋愛には大事だと思うけど。
What? No! It just reminded me of my mother.
へえ、エロスで母を思い浮かべるってなかなかないと思うけど。まあ、
I don't think I'm attracted by Eros. I thought I would be more of agape. Never thought about my own love type before, so it was a good study.
それは良かったわ。まあ、作ってる私が言うのもなんだけど、参考程度にね。結局。
Huh, that sure sounds like you, Clarice. Well, I should get some work done.
あら、つい話し込んじゃったわ。ごめんごめん。私はこれを経理部に届けたら帰るわね。ケーキ買っておく。
Love cakey. Well, I'm not a big fan of cake, but I do want to try like Japanese cakes and stuff if I ever get to go. Oh yeah, I'll try to get back home soon. I had some cake in Hong
あ
Kong,
まり無理しすぎない
and
わ
I
よ。
loved it. I
ま
did
た
like
後で。
that. You can hear Clarice walk away. She will most likely get a fruit tart from Quill Fabon. It's her favorite. I'm so looking forward to it. I need to hurry up and finish. Oh, I want to try fruit cake so bad. I want to go back to Japan and Hong Kong. What if it's going to be grapefruit, strawberries, or blueberries? Or perhaps pineapple and banana? Fruit tarts are part of human wisdom. So, I want to hurry up and have some. So I gave up working because I couldn't stop thinking about tarts. That's fair. Alright. Like I said, we are going to pause it here, and we will pick up again next time. We are going to be playing this every... What is today? Friday? Yeah, we're going to play this every Friday. We'll probably try and get as far as we can. So we're still in the common route, and then... Gotta see how many more are in the common route. And then we have to pick our... See which route we end up on and finish that. We will finish this before the end of February. I can promise that. If not, I will have, like, the main ending play on its own video for, like, YouTube. But, thanks for playing with me, everyone. I'll see you again next time. Tomorrow we are going to be playing Jack Jean at 8 a.m., so join us in for that. And then Sunday is Pio Fiore, and I should have 2 new videos up. But this has been Z, your Fox Guardian. I play RPGs, TCGs while being cozy as can be, and we are in the middle of our Otome February-thon. So, I'm going to set up a raid for those of you on Twitch. I'm going to end the stream for YouTube, and I thank you all for being here, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!